Let's begin today's Vanguard news with Bushiroad once again ruining the anime's plot twist because they wanted to show off in their PowerPoint presentation that evil now gets a new Varga form called Unparalleled Demonic Blade Dragon Varga Dragris Resetsu. So Sibylt in the end just created a corrupted form of Varga instead of making itself a card. This is kind of a letdown, as fans have wanted to see both plush's true forms. But I guess catering to the now simps takes priority that DZBT-05's DSR is confirmed to be evil now instead of Hikari. Varga stunks and boner are through the roof tonight. And just like YouTube allowing multiple video thumbnails, DZBT-05 will have multiple pack covers in order to see which one gets players to spend more, when it's just a marketing trick in making them believe certain packs have better pull rates. That's actually a good video idea that I probably can't afford to produce. Meanwhile in Japan, Koro Koro Comics gets a promo card collab which is just a clone of Shenri and Idis Pharaoh. A former buddy fight player suddenly went into severe depression. In a shocking development that nobody expected, Bushiroad is finally printing new G units in standard format outside of the Stride deck sets. DZBT-06 will contain Kronos Command Dragon and Transels Messiah, presumably eating up a triple rare slot. Hopefully these G units give their respective decks a way to perform 5 attacks and don't require flipping another copy of themselves as a cost. A G-era player suddenly got GR rarity PTSD. Speaking of high rarity, the set will also have a special illustration by Akira Ito featuring Chrono and Ibuki in celebration of Vanguard G's 10th anniversary. I suspect this will be the set's DSR for both G units, or they will be made into energy cards. Choose your poison. Bushiroad Japan has finally issued a new restriction list by hitting 2 of the not so stealthy decks. Izuson is restricted down to 1 copy so that shoujo dodgy players can tech in more ways to multi-attack instead, or finally forced them into buying a playset of Forward and Revertis. And after 11 months since release, Bushiroad has finally decided to hit Shiranui by restricting Furai down to 1 copy and making its Stride deck set practically unplayable out of the box. Expect Vire and Respiraria to go up in price as they are now forced to run 4 copies, and making Angel Ladder less of a hard counter as a result. Nothing was fixed, and it created a new problem. Finally, to those wondering if Vanguard Dear Days is a waste of money because it doesn't really provide anything for actual card players, Bushiroad decided to double down on my sarcastic remark by putting what seems to be a vintage format in the game where you can play using the 2011 version of Vanguard with the first 7 booster sets. Judging from the screenshot provided, these cards will just have their original stats and abilities and will use the original rules. So no ride deck or persona ride. This also raises the question if Limit Break, Break Ride, Legion, or even Stride era booster packs will be put into the game as future DLC. Could this be Bushiroad using Dear Days 2 to secretly test the waters if players want a vintage format for the game? Or they could just ban all V-Series cards in premium and they would have the same result. Because remember, V-Era was literally a 4-year filler arc for the game itself. And that concludes this Vanguard news without the bullshit. Special thanks to my Patreon members for continuing to support my content creation. Be sure to subscribe and let me know in the comments if you want a vintage format for the real life card game.